Well, I'm getting ready. No, I'm not getting ready. I am actually leaving Mohawk. I'm not getting ready to leave anywhere. I'm actually leaving. We had one horse qualified today. We had horse school today. We had a couple trained before the qualifiers. A couple other things to talk about. So we'll start off with the qualifier. I told everybody last week the Final Answer appeared to run for no particular reason. That's a little false. He's got his aches and pains. He's not what you would call... I don't know if he's ever been a sound horse, but he's tough. Those little aches and pains we've been working on, we managed to polish up. He's leaving right now. We managed to polish up a little bit. Still some residual issues there that very manageable, I believe. The only thing that he has going on that is not what you would say manageable would be that hind suspensory. It's going to stay good or it's not. And as of right now, as of today, as of this second, it is. So that's the most important thing for Final Answer. Mile and 2-1 in a bit, but the last quarter in 27-4, that was into a bit of a headwind. And if you watch under moderate urging, this horse has always got a ton of speed. This is why we've kept him around, is he's so talented that we're hoping we can put our fingers in all the little holes in the dam and hold them there and keep him put together. Because if we can, who knows what kind of horse he can be. He showed it today. 27-4 was a pretty impressive last quarter, considering what he's done for the past year, which would be virtually nothing. So just jog and train. Those fast miles you can't really put into him because of the injuries he had. So that even compounds how impressive that last quarter was today. Mile was only 2-1, not a big deal, but we were over the half and 2 in a bit. He come out 59 flat, maybe 58-4, I'm not sure. But he came his last quarter in 27-4 and looked good doing it. So a few little tweaks with him before he races. He'll probably race within the next 10 days. We would like to keep him on a 7 to 10 day schedule, maybe even 8 to 10 day schedule, depending on where he can race. Just because we want to make sure we give him the appropriate time always to be ready for next week. So Final Answer was impressive this morning. We trained before the qualifiers. We trained Trafalgar. James on a mile and 2.6, I think, off half an 8. Last half 58. It was windier then. Big last quarter, big mile. I think she's probably ready to... We'll probably qualify her next week in 2 minutes, 2-1, and then either look for a race with her or just school her once more before the autumn series starts. Don't quote me on this, but I believe it's London. London or Flamborough, one or the other, I'm not sure. We also trained the trotter. Now, people have asked me, who's Easton Ivy and why is he not on the site? I just didn't put him on the site yet. I didn't know what kind of horse he'd be. We bought him for $8,000 American about a month ago. So as of right now, I have, I don't know, $13,000 into him, $12,000 into him. And there's no real reason for me not to have him on the site. I probably will within the next few days or the next week. He's a maiden trotter, a 2-year-old Swan for All colt. He made a break halfway down the lane today, but I noticed last week we didn't have a line pull on the left, and we did this week. He was running out. I pulled him up afterwards, took the pull off him, added a Murphy on the outside, and scored him down a quarter in 30 seconds. So I always make this turn, and this road's closed now. I'm going to go back. So Easton Ivy, probably ready to school, I think. Maybe school him at 2-3, 2-2. I wouldn't want to race him for the next 2 or 3 weeks. So anyway, we'll likely get him up on the site in a week or so. There's no particular reason we didn't. It just kind of got lost in the shuffle with everything going on with the sales in the summer. People are always looking for race horses. And I guess I wanted to make sure he was going to be a racehorse. If I bought him and ended up turning him out, not much good for anybody else. So he'll likely hit the site next week. So Trafalgar was good. Final Answer was awesome. And Easton Ivy made a break, but was pretty good. And then we schooled Cabernet in 2 minutes. She was good, but I expected her to be a little stronger. I'm trying to temper my expectations given the year that she had, and the fact that she is still just a baby and a 2-year-old. 2 minutes in that wind was an okay mile. She'll start next week at Flamborough or London, wherever there's a class. So those were the 4 that we went with this morning. We went with a couple of babies. Really impressed. You guys are going to be impressed too with the ones we got in London. Especially the Muscle Mass filly. She kicked the apron off the jog cart yesterday, but they do sometimes, especially when you got a big, powerful filly, and she is a big girl. When you get picking at them with the whip, sometimes they just say enough's enough and they let fly. She did yesterday, but she was fine afterwards, and she was good this morning by all accounts. I didn't go there this morning. Mario did, I assume. I'll talk to him in a minute. You're going to see the sets, first ever set list of 2019 for the yearlings come out. I believe we have 8 sets, if I'm not mistaken. Now, there's 8 in a couple of sets. The reason we did that, one, the horses that are in those bigger sets have been going for a little while. They're a little more intelligent and have figured it out already. Plus, Curtis has to leave to do the Breeders' Crown broadcast. He's doing some work with Woodbine and Mohawk. Has to leave by 12:30, so that's why we are starting sharply at 8:30. It's going to be a little nipply tomorrow. But for those of you who want to come out, the sun is going to come out. It is going up to +10. Again, I'm going to bring lots of coffee and donuts for everybody, and for little Julia, who was angry I didn't get the pizza last week. Probably just go to lunch with her. So we have a lot going on today. Tonight we have Enduring Strength, Frontier Cruise, Don't Believe Me, Just Watch, the other Sunshine and Shade, and our Vicar racing tonight. We have 5 in. Stonebridge Simba's racing in the afternoon. We have 2 at Flamborough. 8 stable horses will be racing today. Mohawk horses are going to find all they want tonight. I just looked at final answer. Enduring 12-1. Enduring Strength's 12-1. He'll trot in 58 though. I think he'll be good tonight. Frontier Cruise and the other horse there, and Don't Believe Me, Just Watch, caught a couple of tough ones in there, and Sunshine and Shades in with Beaumont Hanover, the good colt. So it's going to be tough sledding there. Our Vic is 12-1 morning line, which I think's a little ridiculous, but I guess maybe I'm biased. I'm sure she'll show up and race well. And then at Flamborough, I didn't check Flamborough, but both 5-run Homer and Caviar's Triumph are probably bet down close. They're in similar classes. Caviar's Triumph's dropping down a little bit. We might lose him tonight, maybe. But that's racing. So, and Stonebridge Simba's in tough in the Liberty Bell. But, John, I leave that stuff up to John. And John decided that rather than race him in the Nommers at 4 at Poconos, he would like to try the Liberty Bell. So that's where he is today. And as of tomorrow, we got our fingers crossed still that Globetrotting can draw in. She trained this week. She's ready to go. Hopefully she can draw in and race. And Oso Pine is racing. And then on Saturday night, we have Totally Tacked at Flamborough. Want to see if he can get around a half? We're going to find out on Saturday evening. Obviously, on Friday and Saturday, we have the Indiana sale. I'm going to be getting some pictures and videos today and tomorrow of horses that are in that sale. I've given you a list of 11 horses I'm interested in. We did have some feedback from clients that were interested in buying into Indiana horses, specifically the Rockin' Image, not a shocker. The Pacer, people are interested in, but without knowing how strong this, it's like London, right? Except I live here. I knew what was going to happen in London. I'm not positive what's going to happen in Indiana. So we're going to be ready. We're going to be there. We're going to see if we can pick up any horses. I would like to pick up 2, but that will be completely contingent on the price and the way the horse looks. So I'll let you guys know how that shook down. So we have the set list will be going out to you this afternoon for tomorrow, Saturday, 8:30 post time in the morning for all the babies. I believe we have 52, 51, 50 going on the track. I haven't heard of any sicknesses. I heard of one horse coughing, but no temperature. We'll see how she looks in the morning. But other than that, no issues to speak of. So it should be a great morning tomorrow morning. Hopefully have a little luck tonight. Have lots of luck tomorrow would be awesome. But we'll see. And then obviously next Saturday, I believe, is me heading to Harrisburg. So a lot of stuff to take care of over the weekend into the week. And then our final push, our huge push at Harrisburg going on. I will have some horses I've looked at. We'll be going through that next week. That's a next week process. Probably middle of the week, I'll give you guys a video of what's up at Harrisburg. So that's it. That's your qualifying report for Thursday, October the 24th. And as I said, look for a little luck. Do our videos this weekend. And then next week, we obviously will be focusing heavily on Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Talk to you guys soon. It's a little cloudy now. Bit of a crappy day. Hopefully it doesn't rain. Take care.